I think I can. Okay. Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Tonia Eze. I'm the convener for this class. So we're going to have a recap of our last class, then I'll proceed with our topic for today. So last time we discussed about the different types of trades on exchanges, and we used Binance as our example. I talked about P2P, that's peer-to-peer trade. I talked about spot trade. I also talked about futures trade, and I also talked about marginal trade. I made us understand that P2P is the platform whereby two different merchants, maybe a buyer and a seller, wants to exchange their assets, and then Binance is being used as the escrow. That is to say that a transaction between P2P must be between two parties, and Binance being the escrow before that transaction can fly. Then also we talked about spot trade. Spot trade is when you buy a particular token and then you analyze the market, do your technical analysis and do your fundamental analysis, draw your chart, draw your trend line, and then you know when to enter the market and when to exit the market. We also talked about the advantages of spot trade and the disadvantages as well. We also talked about the advantages of futures trade, and also we talked about the disadvantages of futures trade. So I'm going to quickly refresh our memory on the advantages of spot trade. The advantages are that even when the market is down and you still have your asset, when the market starts pumping, you recover your capital and also make profit. Unlike futures trade, that once you read your chart and your trend line and the market doesn't go to your favor, you get liquidated immediately. And that liquidation, the whole of your asset is gone. Yes. Unlike spot trade, that your asset can dip and then much later when the market starts pumping, the asset will start pumping as well, and you can still regain your capital and also make some profit. Also, we talked about how to read the charts, like how to know when to enter the market and how to know when to exit the market. I made us understand that there are two ways to know that. That's technical analysis and also fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis is just basically news and information. You have to be fully informed about what is going on, what is happening, the trends, because if you're not informed and you go and trade, you're going to lose your capital. I gave an instance of when Elon Musk was supporting a coin, Dogecoin, and each time he tweets, Dogecoin will start pumping, and maybe when he tweets negatively, like, oh, I'm selling off all my Dogecoins, the market starts dipping immediately. That is an example of fundamental analysis. You have to keep your ears down on the news and the happenings in the ecosystem. You have to know the trend. You have to know what is going on per time. That is fundamental trading. Meanwhile, on the other hand, technical analysis, sorry, that's fundamental analysis. Technical analysis is when you use your tools. There's what they call trading tools. For instance, you know what they call RSI, dollar cost averaging, moving average, and all of that. You know when to enter, you know when to exit. You know how to set your stop loss, you know how to set your buy limit, and you also know how to set your sale limit. Please, can you hear me? I just want to be sure that I'm not talking to myself. Professor, can you hear me? Okay, well, let me continue the class. So that's the difference between fundamental analysis and technical analysis. So if you want to be a good trader, you have to know both fundamental analysis and technical analysis. However, for futures traders, you have to be very good with your technical analysis, because I will say that for futures, there's no mercy. When I mean that there's no mercy, when you read your chart and you find out that the market didn't go to your favor, you get liquidated, and that's a huge loss for someone whose portfolio is very fat. So that being said, I'm going to move straight on to today's class, which is today's class we're going to talk about, I thought I was sharing my screen. Let me see. Sorry, let me be sure that I'm sharing my screen so that. Can you all see my screen? Okay. Even if you can't see my screen, I'll just go straight to the business of the day. So today's topic, we're going to talk about NFTs. NFTs. What are NFTs? Basically, NFTs are known as non-fungible tokens. Non-fungible tokens. That's the full meaning of NFTs, in case you hear it. And then today we're going to be talking about concept and application, grand NFT and all of that. So the concept of NFT, okay, maybe this week I'm going to talk about the concept and the application and how you can buy and sell your NFT, and on the platforms you can buy and sell it as well. So non-fungible tokens are cryptographic assets on a blockchain, as simple as that. In a layman's term, non-fungible tokens are cryptographic assets on a blockchain with unique identification codes and metadata that distinguish them from each other. What does this mean? This means that NFTs are built on blockchain as well. We've talked about blockchain earlier in our classes. We'll discuss about blockchain. So I'm sure you know what I mean when I say that NFTs are cryptographic assets on a blockchain, and they have their unique identification codes and metadata that distinguish them from each other. Now, we all know that beginning of this year, there was a whole wave about this whole NFT, and the trend was really high then. Unlike now, because of the bear market, the market has gone down to about minus 90% if we've been following the news. So non-fungible tokens are unique cryptographic tokens that exist on a blockchain and cannot be replicated. Yes, it cannot be replicated. That is why you see some people, they save their work, their artistic work and all of that on NFTs, and they will sell it at a very high rate. You know why? Because it cannot be replicated. If you're the only one that owns a particular NFT, you are the sole copyright to that particular NFT. Yes. And guess what? NFTs can be represented on real world items like artwork, real estate, music, and the rest of them. And I'll say that what this basically means is that, for instance, now you have an artwork. For instance, let's use that Mona Lisa artwork now, and you want to preserve it. Like, you want to preserve it. You don't want it to like be rampant or common like that. You can save it as non-fungible tokens, and you alone will have the right to that. I don't know if okay. Now, when you have represented this particular token, let's use an artwork now, for instance, you've put it in form of a non-fungible token, and you have the right to it. You can actually sell it or transfer it to another person, but the person will have to pay you for having that right to it. And you can have more than one of it, but it's just that it is unique to itself. Yes. Now, what you've basically done is like you've tokenized it. You've tokenized it. Now, when you tokenize this reward tangible assets, you can buy and you can sell it. Yes. You can also trade them. What I mean by this is that tokenizing this reward tangible asset makes buying, selling, and trading them more efficient while reducing the probability of fraud and theft. Now, you may want to ask, please, where can we buy these NFTs? How can we trade them? Who can we sell to? And all of that. Now, you can have your own NFTs. Like me, myself, I have a couple of collections of NFTs. I don't know if I can even share my screen. Let me go to my OpenSea. OpenSea, good. Let me see if I can share my screen so that it will be more practical. Because sometimes they don't let you share your screen because of the sensitivity of the information there. Oh wow. Okay. Okay, in the next class, I'll see how I can share my screen so that we can see what I'm talking about. You can trade your NFTs on OpenSea. OpenSea is like a platform is an application where you can buy and sell NFTs, and you get paid in either cryptocurrency. Yeah, you can get paid in cryptocurrency, for example, Ethereum, BNB, Bitcoin, USDT. Yes. Now, when you go on OpenSea, I don't know if how do I even do this now? OpenSea is more or less like an application like Binance as well, but in this particular one, you have to do your KYC, know your customer, register and all of that. And now, okay, let me try and share let me see if I can share my screen. I just want us to have a practical example of what this thing looks like, so that when I'm talking about it, it will be more understandable. Okay, I have some collectibles on my own open. See, wait, let me see if I can share my screen. I hope admin will allow me. Okay, I can't share my screen because I think this app has been I think this app has been they have this security sensor stuff that you can't really, because they're asset of my NFT on my OpenSea platform. But OpenSea is where you can trade, you can buy and you can sell your NFTs. Maybe next class I'll just get a picture of what it looks like so that I don't start this, I don't know, let me see. Yes, in the next class I'll get a picture of what it looks like. Yes. And by the time you see how it looks like, you understand what I mean by artworks can be sold on NFTs. Music even, you can sell music on your NFTs. NFTs can also function to represent individual identities, properties, rights, and more. What I mean by this is that, for instance, now, you have a real estate, for instance, and you have the sole ownership of that real estate. You can tokenize it, yeah, and resell it to another buyer, not necessarily having to do a physical buy. Okay, take this land and then give me the money. You can tokenize it in form of NFTs. You send it to them and they pay you using cryptocurrency. Yes. So you can buy and sell your NFT on OpenSea. That is not the only place you can buy and sell NFTs. Over time, the exchanges like Binance, I think KuCoin as well, there's a place where you can buy and sell NFTs. I don't know why Zoom doesn't allow people to share their screen when it comes to these apps. I don't know why. I would have loved to have a practical class where I can be showing you the different kinds of NFTs, how to buy and how to sell. You know, you log in, you see your collectibles, you see your art, you see your domain names, you see all of that. Then you know how to actually mint NFTs, how to buy and how to sell. I don't know, maybe I will see if we can use Google Meet and know if they can allow me to share my screen so that I can show you actually a practical example of how you can buy and sell NFTs on OpenSea and also on Binance. Because even if I open my Binance now and I try to explain it without showing you the pictures, you may not really understand it. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. Maybe in the next class, I'll be able to figure it out. So what are the advantages of these NFTs? Someone may ask. Yes, the market has gone down to minus 90% as at January, as at when, you know, the wave, when everything was trending, as at January to now. The market has really plummeted because we're in a bear market. We all know that we're in a bear market now in the crypto world. This is because, of course, even the stock market is down, the forex market is down as well. But NFT, I think NFT was the worst hit, and I don't know why. It went down to minus 90%. So you don't really hear people talking about it. But maybe by next class, we'll talk about grand NFTs and how you can purchase it and how you can trade it and how you can buy and sell. Yes. So let me give an example of NFTs, and maybe let's use the most famous. You know, beginning of the year when it was trending, you know, you see punk NFTs, you see crypto kitties. In fact, some of them were launched as far back as November 2017. And now, once they launched it, you know, it wasn't so rampant. Like, people really didn't know about it until now that, you know, a whole lot of people started learning about it and, wanting to trade, wanting to buy. You hear celebrities in the US, the likes of the top musicians, they are buying and they're selling. In fact, I learned they had one NFT yacht club where only those with that particular NFT were allowed into that club. Yes. Okay, so I'll go straight to the importance of NFTs. Let's say the importance of the Sorry, I think I had a network glitch. Sorry, I think I had a network glitch. So I'm sorry about that. I'll just continue from where I stopped. So, the importance of NFTs are that um you can represent the real, okay, in the virtual world. What I mean by this is that you can own something physically and then shit. What I mean by this is that you can own something physically, then you present it in NFT, like real estate, like art and all of that. So, and you alone will have the copyright to that. And not just that, you can actually tokenize it. Well, that's the meaning, non-fungible tokens. You tokenize it as the sole owner of that, and then you do whatever you want to do with it. You can sell it, you can keep it as collectibles, or you can just keep it as a store of value. Before this whole market dump, there was a time that you can buy NFTs. For instance, you buy NFTs for $50 and you sell it for $2,000. I'm telling you, that was beginning of the year, by the way, unlike now that the market has gone down. So um now NFTs are safe. What I mean by safe is that once you store them in your digital wallet, they can't really be hacked. That's what I mean. So it's only the person you decide to sell it to that will buy it. Nobody can come, nobody without the access to it can just come and get it anyhow. Yes. And also it is built on the blockchain technology, like we all know. It uses the blockchain technology and just like every other cryptocurrency, they're all built on blockchain technology. That is to say that for everyone you're selling, there's a timestamp. You know when you sold it, you know the amount you sold it, and you know who you sold it to. For anyone you're buying, you know who you're buying from, you know when you bought it, and you know how much you bought it. So that is what I mean by you can have ownership to it. And then what again? Okay, because this I feel like this whole class is just too I don't get I don't know how to say it, but I feel like I should make it more practical. Like I ask questions, then you answer, or you ask me questions, then I answer. So in the next class, we're going to discuss about grand NFT. We're also going to talk more about understanding NFTs, both in the real world and in the virtual world. And also, we're going to discuss about frequently asked questions. People will ask, so what does it mean to have NFTs? What does they are just confused. What is the monetary value? Why are people going crazy about it? We'll discuss it in the next class, and I hope I'll be able to share my screen. If I won't be able to share my screen, maybe I'll probably do a slide or screenshots one or two of them and show the class so that it will be more understandable, because as I'm even saying it now, you may never understand what I'm saying because of you're not seeing a pictorial representation of it. So who can buy NFTs? Who can mint NFTs? And who can sell NFTs? You can, whoever has access to the apps where you can buy and sell, like trade NFTs, you can mint, you can buy, and you can sell. I gave an instance of OpenSea. OpenSea is, I think that's the #1 app where you can buy and sell NFTs. So you can mint your NFT. In fact, you can even decide to draw yourself a picture, like a picture of yourself. You draw yourself and you mint it, and then you buy, you put it in form of a collection and sell it to whoever is interested. So anybody can mint. Okay, let me not say anybody. Those who have the knowledge of minting NFTs, they can mint it. Then they can also sell it to willing buyers. Yes. So that is it for today. And okay, maybe in the next class I will see how it goes. I'll see how it goes. In the next class, we'll talk more about maybe the disadvantages of NFTs, and maybe the loopholes and the pitfalls about NFTs, and then also talk about grand NFTs as well. Also talk about how you can mint your own NFTs and how you can sell your own NFTs, and how you can also keep it as collectibles. You can actually distribute it for free without even having to sell. Yes, there's a technology for that. You can distribute to your friends without selling to them, without them paying. So all this will be discussed in the next class. Then if you have any question after this, you can reach out to me and ask me on Telegram or my WhatsApp, because I don't know, people are not really much in this. I'm like, I'm even the only one in the class. So if at the end of the day you have any question concerning NFTs, you can chat me up on either my WhatsApp or my Telegram handle, and I will be glad to answer your question. Thank you very much. Okay, Professor, do you have any question before I end the class? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said, do you have any question before I conclude?
No question.
Okay, do you have any contribution or any, you can just add or you minus from what I've said?
No contribution. Thank you.
Okay, so maybe this will bring us to the end of the class. Then by next week, I'll know how I can be able to get a screenshot of my own OpenSea page where I have some NFTs there, so that I can show us a picture of what it looks like. Thank you very much, and have a nice evening.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye.